China has decided to impose reciprocal sanctions on 5 U.S. individuals in accordance with its anti-foreign sanctions law, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian said on Thursday. The United States on Monday named 5 already sanctioned officials of the Liaison Office of the Central People's Government, LOCPG, in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region in accordance with the so-called Hong Kong Autonomy Act. Zhao said China has made clear its solemn position on this a few days ago.
中方对美方依据国内法制裁中方人员干涉中国内政的行径坚决反对，强烈谴责。今年7月，美方借发布所谓“香港商业警告”，已经宣布对包括上述5名中联办副主任在内的7名中方官员进行制裁。中方根据《反外国制裁法》对美方有关人员进行了对等反制。美方这次重复宣布是翻旧账、炒冷饭，无非是借炒作涉港问题，服务遏制中国的政治图谋，这彻底暴露了美方关心香港人权是假，破坏香港繁荣稳定是真。
In response to the erroneous practice of the U.S. side, China has decided to take reciprocal countermeasures and impose sanctions according to the anti-foreign sanctions law on 5 U.S. individuals.
制裁的措施包括禁止上述人员入境，包括香港、澳门，冻结其在华财产，禁止中国公民及机构与其交易。此前，中方针对美国其他涉港错误行径作出的反制决定，包括制裁对象和措施，依然有效。我们再次敦促美方撤销对中方人员所谓制裁，停止插手香港事务，干涉中国内政。中方将继续依法采取一切必要措施，捍卫国家利益和尊严。